to another clip on the web show, and it's always fun travelling around with just a home video camera because you can just have it out there and capture anything, like the trip between the Dresden to George Gray's house. I met a cool cab driver called Ned and filmed this.
What's your name? My name is Ned.
G'day Ned, my name's Togsy, man. I do a show that's all about stories, and I just got in your cab and we're off to Universal City. But how long have you been in LA for?
I've been here for about 3 years now, maybe 4.
Okay.
I came here to visit family and decided to stay.
What do you like about LA? Are you a fan of the city?
Oh, I love this place. There's no place like it on earth.
Okay.
First of all, it's one thing I love to do is explore.
Right.
You know, and the possibilities for exploration in LA are tremendous. When late at night, when there's nothing else going on and there's not much business, I like to point the car in any direction and just get lost.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have any passengers, so nobody to be inconvenienced, and I'll just drive just to find some place that I haven't been to before and see if I can find my way back.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And what sort of hours do you do driving the cabs?
I'm a confirmed night hawk.
Right.
And especially in the summertime. I don't even start till about 7 o'clock at night. I don't mind the sun so much, but I don't like it any. I don't like it any higher than about 15 degrees above the horizon.
Right. Okay.
So when the sun gets high in the morning, I go in, and I wait until it's low in the sky before I start.
Okay. So when you're like having times where it's like a downtime when there's no one around, how do you keep yourself entertained?
I read the paper. Of course, I listen to the radio constantly.
Yep.
If I didn't have music in this cab, I'd go nuts. And
whoa. And where are we? We're about to hit the freeway.
And I guess we're getting off at Barham, right?
I think so.
Yep, and then a left on DeWitt.
Okay, just hang on one sec. Picking things up, so yeah, so you say you like to read. Who's your favourite authors?
Oh gosh, my favorite, well, we were talking about Bukowski. Yeah. And I definitely like him a lot. And by the way, look him up in the public library. He's got dozens of books out.
Yeah.
Prose and poetry. He also wrote a newspaper column for a while called Notes of a Dirty Old Man, which I believe has been collated into book form now.
Okay. Well, the show that I love making, talking to just people I just meet, is like, you know, about living dreams and stuff. Like, what were your dreams growing up? Yeah, can I ask you that? Like, what were your big dreams?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a professional musician.
Yeah?
And, I am a musician. Right now I'm not a professional, but I have worked professionally
okay.
in the past.
Yeah? And so, like, when you're saying you've been in LA for 4 years, you've been here on and off for longer, right? Is that, or just 4?
Oh yeah, I've lived here before in the past. It's about 4 years this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
the first time I came here was 35 years ago, I reckon.
Wow. What was it like back then?
Well, it was a lot smoggier, believe it or not.
Wow.
It really was. The air quality here was terrible back in those days. On a summer's day, I hitchhiked down the coast highway from San Francisco. So I ended up in Venice, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty flat. I lived in Venice for a week before I realized that there were any mountains anywhere around.
Right. Yeah, it's surrounded by mountains, isn't it?
It's surrounded by beautiful mountains, but I didn't even realize that until one day we had some winds, you know, and blew all the smog out to sea.
Wow. Now we're heading towards Universal City.
KSWT-FM and HD1, Los Angeles.
There we go.
You're right. Yeah, so, and I love asking people about, like, highlights of their careers and whatever else. Like, you had any magic moments here? Have you had anyone famous in your cab or anything?
Oh, it's pretty regular that I'll pick up, well-known Hollywood actors.
Wow. You had any interesting chats with any of them?
You know, I pretty much try to treat them like anybody else. I don't even want to let on that I know who they are.
Right.
The only time I was actually starstruck, I had our congressman, Henry Waxman, in the cab, and I've always admired him.
Okay.
I picked him up at the airport and dropped him home. But he's not a movie star.
Right.
He's kind of a star in Congress, but not a movie star. But let's see. I've had Daryl Hannah one day.
Yeah.
She's really nice.
Yeah.
They turn out to be, just ordinary folk.
Yeah,
usually.
just here working, right?
In fact, I've heard a lot about how they can be such prima donnas and stuff like that. I find when I get somebody who's well known in the cab, they're just ordinary people, and they're usually pretty nice.
Awesome.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
All right, well, it's been great having a chat with you. Thanks for being on the show, and all the best.
I'm glad to do it. It's really nice to meet you.